Hey guys, what's going on? It's Andrew from AR Media. In tonight's video, I want to review Shazam on 4K UHD Blu-ray. So I missed this one in theaters, and I wasn't that pumped to see it. That's why I didn't go see it in theaters. But after making my release schedule for the month and seeing your guys' comments about how much I'm going to like it, I definitely had to check this one out and was pumped to give it a watch. So let's get straight into the movie on this. So you guys were right. I did actually love this. So I have a little bit of superhero fatigue right now. I'm a little bit worn out after Endgame, and now Spider-Man's coming out. I still got to see that in theaters, but the thing is that I'm just a little bit worn out with all these superhero movies coming out all in a row, so that's why I wasn't that pumped to see this one, honestly. But this was a great little spin on the superhero genre. This I would actually classify more as a comedy than an action movie, and there's a lot more comedic elements, a lot more funny elements than there are battle scenes or action scenes, and that's really what I appreciated from this. I really enjoy comedies. I feel like we don't get enough of them, and I really like how they molded the two together in this, and it was pretty perfect. Both characters in this, Shazam and the little kid, really do a fantastic job with the comedic aspect and just really getting you into the characters, and by the end of it you're definitely going to feel for both of them. I think this is just a good time for the whole family and definitely one to check out even if you may be bored of the genre like I was. Now let's get into the video quality on this. So this has a 2K digital intermediate, and I thought this was a decent uptick from the Blu-ray, but I don't think this was anything outstanding. Now I did think this was a good image when it comes to detail. I did think there was some good textural detail in this, but I will say that this sharpness was not off the charts here. There was a bit of smoothness here to the faces. You couldn't see every, pore like you do in some other, like the close-ups, but overall it was still a good picture, and the resolution really showed on certain aspects like the landscapes in certain scenes, Shazam's outfit, you could see a lot of textures on that, and the details there were definitely good and definitely a way to show off the 4K. Now, the resolution is a nice uptick, but I will say where this disc really shines is definitely the HDR application. Now, this is a very bright movie, a lot brighter than the Blu-ray, and really shows the 4K with the HDR, the highlights, because Shazam shoots lightning bolts pretty much out of his fingers. He has a big lightning bolt on his chest that's shining all the time. So a lot of good HDR moments to really showcase those bold, vivid colors. A lot more nuance in the 4K than the Blu-ray to make note of, and also you get a bit more shadow detail, and a lot of this takes place at night, surprisingly, so the shadow detail definitely helps improve what you can see in those visibility in the nighttime scenes. So now let's get to the audio quality. So this has a Dolby Atmos mix, and this had nothing to really complain about, but I will say is this is not an action-filled movie, so it's not like the surrounds and overheads are used a ton. Don't get me wrong, there are some standout scenes where they're used, and where they are used pretty good, nothing to complain about, but it's just not what you would expect from an action movie or a superhero movie where it's objects all over the place. But in scenes where there's stuff overhead, and same thing with the surrounds, you get good use of surrounds, a pretty dynamic mix, and clear dialogue. So anyway guys, I'm going to say this is a day one pickup just because how much I love the movie. The video quality itself is a decent uptick from the Blu-ray. Nothing to really write home about, nothing off the charts, but still a nice uptick from the Blu-ray, and a great 4K to own with a ton of rewatchability. So anyway guys, I'm going to leave a link in the description for this 4K. Using that link helps me buy more 4Ks to review for you. So anyway guys, I'll see you in the next video and have a good night.